stop what you're doing and listen to me. I have to share this now. It needs to happen right now. You came across this message for a very specific reason. When you're truly interested in something, it's not a coincidence. While you were going about your normal life, something very serious was happening far away from your eyes. Something was happening behind the scenes. People were talking in secret about you. They were saying things that you didn't know yet. The heavens have been trying to warn you about this, but perhaps the warnings seem too subtle. But now you need to pay attention. Time is passing faster than you realize. The people around you, especially that special person who lives in your heart, are hiding something from you. It's a reality so painful, so silently cruel, that Archangel Michael was sent not only to warn you, but to cry with you for the weight that this situation is placing on your shoulders without you even realizing it. He gets excited when he thinks about the moment when you will discover the truth. The question is still up in the air. Will you see what's going on before it's too late? Don't ignore this message. You might think you have plenty of time and that there will always be another chance, but now is the right time. Last night, everything began. Do you know what really happened? Everyone close to you seems to be in on something, except you. The person who's on your mind has made an important decision, and you weren't there to share in that conversation. There was a conversation, maybe even a betrayal, hidden behind fake smiles and secrets shared in quiet whispers. And yes, they talked about you. But it wasn't with kindness or thoughtfulness. It was cold and calculated. I know you care about this person. I see the hope you have in them, the plans you make, the tears you shed, and the prayers you offer to the heavens. But what if that same love has become a blindfold over your eyes? What if the person you care about most is carrying such a heavy burden of guilt that they can barely look you in the eye? Last night, something changed forever. Something that can't be changed has been decided. While you were asleep, worrying, or waiting for a call, she was thinking about something else. She doesn't have the same feelings for you that you think she does. Ignoring this reality won't make it go away. Before continuing, write in the comments, I am protected by the light of angels and no shadow can reach me. This will protect your energy and keep out negative energy. Now follow me. Archangel Michael has been closer to you than you realize. He stood beside you while you cried yourself to sleep, watching you struggle with that uncomfortable feeling that something was deeply wrong, something you just couldn't put your finger on. That is your soul, your spirit, already picking up on the vibrations of this situation. God has been calling you, and perhaps until now you haven't really answered the call. This is important, so don't just scroll past it. This is a direct call, a real awakening. You have been fooled by what you see. People have thought that your natural kindness means that you can't see reality. You trust her and believe her, but there's a sad truth that she will never let you find out on your own, unless heaven makes you know the truth. And that is exactly what is about to happen. Listen closely. Last night there was a private connection. Maybe in person, maybe through a message. The details don't matter as much as the feelings behind them. They talked about you, but not with true affection. They were just being cold and strategic. Let's give it some time. Someone might have said, don't tell her yet. She'd get too emotional and ruin everything. That person forgets that secrets don't stay hidden forever. Every word was heard by invisible ears. Don't confuse your deep and sincere love for this person with their genuine loyalty to you. True loyalty protects even when no one is watching. But the silence has slowly harmed your relationship, and it needs to be addressed. Archangel Michael is here to show you the true colors of someone very important. They don't show their true self when they're with you, but they do when they think no one is watching. You've felt it, haven't you? The responses that take longer than usual, the affection that suddenly turns cold and becomes a casual excuse, the distance followed by affection just to confuse and trap you. This is not true love. It's just a way to control someone. This person is terrified of losing what you offer them, but not necessarily of losing you as a person. They love the image they see reflected in your loving eyes, but they have a hard time with your true self, especially when you show that you sometimes suffer. The time for games is over. Tonight, you may have another secret conversation, and this time, your spirit will be allowed to pick up on everything. You may feel uneasy, hear a buzzing in your ears, feel a tightness in your stomach, or feel a sharp twinge in your heart. These sensations will confirm what you always suspected, but tried to ignore. But when that happens, don't lose it all. Stand up with dignity. You were created to be much more than someone's secret. You were not created to be someone's second choice. Yes, you have a sensitive heart, but you weren't made to be deceived forever. You forgave too easily, remained silent for too long, and accepted explanations that didn't make sense. Now it's time to prepare yourself. The truth will come out in a way that you might not expect. It could be sudden, like a message sent to the wrong person, a phone call overheard by chance, a mutual friend letting something slip, or just the undeniable guilt in her eyes when you ask that one question you didn't even know you needed to ask. Don't be shocked when it happens. Be prepared. Archangel Michael is protecting you right now. He is not angry or seeking revenge. He is protecting you. He doesn't cry because you are weak. He cries because you don't realize how strong you are. To receive this strength in your life, write now in the comments, "My energy is sacred and no evil has power over me." Things will never be the same again. This person you love so much took advantage of your innocence, believing that you would never leave. They thought that your deep love would make it easy to manipulate and control you. But they forgot about the God who can do anything, the God who can part the sea and destroy every lie with holy fire. Last night was a big test of their character, and they didn't do well. They didn't defend you when it really mattered. They chose convenience over honesty. She didn't include you in something that affects both of you, but this will not continue much longer. You are about to hear something important, perhaps from someone you don't expect. This person will approach you with shaking lips and say, "I didn't know how to tell you this, but I think you need to know ... Don't interrupt this person. Pay close attention to every word, because they could be accidentally giving you important information that you need. Deep and life-changing truths are sometimes revealed to us in unexpected ways. That is why tonight you must pray, not just recite memorized words, but cry out with a raw, desperate cry from your soul. Don't hold back. The barrier between what we can see and what we can't is quickly becoming less noticeable. The truth is closer than your own breath right now. Everything you do is watched by a higher power. This person you love so much is desperately holding on to their secret, but they're slowly losing their grip. Heaven is about to make her so restless and uncomfortable that she will either confess everything or completely break under the pressure of her own hidden actions. Everyone around her may know what happened last night, everyone but you. This ends right now. You will no longer be the only person who understands your own life and reality. Special ears are placed in hidden corners. Any important information that is said about you in private will reach you. Get ready for what's coming. Yes, you will probably cry when you learn everything, but then you will become stronger, wiser, and healthier than you ever thought possible. This isn't meant to cause you pain. It's given out of a love that is far deeper and truer than the one you have been questioning lately. Do you wonder why she seems to be slowly distancing herself? She started to distance herself from you the moment she chose the secret over you. She thought you wouldn't notice the difference, but your spirit noticed everything, picking up on every little change. Now the heavens have noticed too, and they're going to do something about it. This message is important. It's not something you can ignore. You didn't find this by accident. The heavens have been working hard to get your attention. As soon as you read these words, you felt a sense of calm. And Archangel Michael said quietly, "At last she has opened her eyes to see. You have indeed, and now you need to know this basic truth. What happened last night was completely real. It involved you directly. And although it was carefully hidden from you, it was known to several other people. Today marks a definitive change. an invisible movement more powerful than anything you have ever experienced. Someone you love deeply has kept a painful secret and is planning to never let you discover it. This person smiled at you, hugged you, stayed close physically, but they weren't honest anymore. This is not divine punishment, it is pure protection. You need to know this, even if it's painful. Don't ignore the signs your heart has been showing you. The person you defend so strongly didn't defend you when you needed it most, and other people know it. They talked in secret, shared stories, and made comments. Meanwhile, you were always loyal and loving. Last night, a betrayal that had been growing for some time finally took a clear step forward. You trusted someone very skilled at lying too much. You confused cold calculation with true confusion, selfish opportunity with hope. Other people saw her hesitation perfectly. They saw her nervousness when your name came up in conversation. They saw her eyes averted when the subject came close to you. God allowed this temporary blindness for a while to test the purity of your heart. You did very well on the test. Now that the cover is off, you can see the inside. Look around without blinking or running away. They planned every move very carefully. Maybe they even said to each other, "Don't worry, she never know. I'll take care of this situation." While your body was resting during the night, your spirit was fighting desperately, crying out for justice. The call was answered with precision. Enough was the decree that echoed through the heavens. The faithful must see the real truth, know the heart of the matter. If this message has resonated with you and you want to support it so that it reaches others who are also on the brink, click "Thank you." This small act helps keep this mission of bringing light to those who have lost hope alive. We are very thankful. This person has been secretly spending time with someone else regularly and on purpose, acting like you are their whole world while secretly having a different relationship. You gave them your time, your trust, and your forgiveness, and they took advantage of you. You invested too much of yourself and you stayed too long. You loved someone more than they could ever love you back. People in her social circle know about the situation, and they might even laugh at your supposed naivety behind your back. They don't realize the strong message that this message has for you. Tonight, she will feel a strange guilt, a growing panic, and the scary pressure of being watched by invisible eyes that see everything. You are valuable and important, and you have a place in this world. Last night's test was about her loyalty and your loyalty. It was about whether you would continue to love and trust her even when you didn't understand what was going on. You did, and now comes the divine reward, the breaking of false bonds, the removal of lukewarm and self-serving love, the complete cleansing of poison disguised as affection. If you've been feeling heavy lately, if you've been anxious, or if you've been having strange dreams that leave you confused, it's not your imagination. You're not making things up. It was as if the heavens were whispering to you, telling you that this moment was coming. Now the whisper becomes a clear and unmistakable voice. A confrontation is coming soon, but you may not need to force the situation. Just watch closely and wait for things to happen naturally. In the coming days, something will completely change the way things look. It could be a slip-up, a confession, a message that was revealed by accident, or something else. You might feel like your stomach is freezing when this happens, but you will feel grateful for the truth, even if it's painful at first. Don't seek revenge or retaliation. Just take a step back and watch what happens. God is writing your next chapter, and it definitely doesn't involve asking for love. You are about to be honored and vindicated, perhaps even in front of the people who doubted you or laughed at your dedication. God has heard every silent tear you've shed. Today is the day you completely change. Let her try to play innocent. Her own words and actions will expose her, and you won't even have to do anything. You don't need to look for evidence or try to solve the mystery yourself. Just stand up for yourself and let things work out the right way. It is already prepared and in motion. You should know this. Someone new is being prepared especially for you. Someone who is truly honest, someone who won't play games or leave you guessing about their intentions. The delay you experienced was not a rejection from heaven. It was divine protection. You were being carefully protected until the right moment arrived for you to see the whole truth without destroying yourself in the process. This is a deep and necessary cleansing. Things that are not pure and things that are not meant for you are being removed. This creates space for what is true and what will love you completely. Let her keep all the secrets she wants. Maintain your inner peace. Soon, you will have the real commitment of someone who is truly serious, who values transparency over convenience. Everyone knew what happened last night. Now you know the truth too. This changes everything in your life. Don't ignore the signs your heart is sending you. You had a feeling, you saw the signs, and you fought against the warnings in your soul, but you kept hoping things would get better. You saw her gaze change when you asked certain questions, felt the emotional distance growing, noticed the subtle dishonesty, but kept waiting patiently. True love does not mean ignoring the truth. The truth doesn't just disappear because you don't want to see it. Last night involved direct contact with another person. Maybe someone from the past you thought had disappeared forever. Or maybe someone completely new. Important plans were discussed in detail, but these plans don't include your best interests as a priority. They didn't tell you this because if you knew the truth, they would lose control. If this message touched you, remember that supporting this mission is also a way to show love. If you feel it in your heart, click "Thank you" to let more people receive words that save, welcome, and awaken. They use your light to hide their own shadows, feed off your unshakable faith, and take advantage of your willingness to forgive them easily. This ends now, once and for all. You deserve to be fully honest and transparent with me. The constant confusion, the self-doubt that consumes you, the distractions that always appear just when you get close to the truth, this is completely intentional. It's all part of the plan to keep you confused, but God has a much bigger and more powerful plan. Some people around you know a lot more than they let on. They have tried to give you subtle hints, but perhaps you have defended that person too fiercely to notice the warnings. Archangel Michael is crying because ignoring this truth only makes your pain last longer. What they are hiding is causing your peace to crumble. You are being called to something greater, to a time of overcoming challenges. If something or someone doesn't support this higher purpose, it should be released. You have been waiting a long time, prayed a lot, and suffered more than you needed to. Now comes the truth that removes all masks, the truth that forces a choice between comfortable lies and liberating peace. Last night, they met and had a serious talk. They did something that they shouldn't have done. You need to know this not for the pain itself, but to prepare yourself properly for what is coming. You are too valuable, too special, too chosen to be treated with disregard, loved with dishonesty, deceived so silently. This is the final call to open your eyes completely. Stop making excuses for what your spirit knows is wrong. Don't confuse strong feelings with true intimacy or physical chemistry with spiritual connection. If you ignore this warning now, you will probably have a much harder time later on. But if you really listen to it, if you choose to be truthful, and if you walk away from the lie with dignity, everything in your life will start to change. You're not losing your mind. You're not being paranoid. You're not making problems where there are none. You are being protected by forces that truly love you. Your intuition is like a message from heaven. It's real and you can trust it. They would never tell you the truth, not even if you tried to force them to. Heaven has just told you personally through this message. Don't look for proof in a panic like a detective who's desperate for answers. The real proof is the turmoil in your own heart, the peace that disappears when you are with them, and the trust that is shaken for no clear reason. Let them go for good, or demand the whole truth, but don't let them keep lying and staying the same time. New opportunities are coming your way, but you can't take them if you're holding secrets and lies. The reward you'll receive is great, but it depends on you acting on what you've learned. You were meant to receive this message at this exact moment. Don't argue with heaven, and don't wait to make the necessary decision. Open your eyes and hands wide to let go of what doesn't serve you, and open your heart to receive what is true. Let heaven clear the way before you. The truth can hurt, but it can also set you free. You were never meant to live in the darkness of lies. This is your chance to shine, to be free. What happened last night was real, and it's been recorded by the heavens. Today, heaven speaks with clarity. Your journey to clarity and true freedom has just begun. Don't stop halfway. But there's something else you need to understand about this moment in your life. It can speed up your healing and bring blessings into your life. The heavens have revealed the truth and given you spiritual tools for this time of change in your life. Use the following resources to energetically clear away everything that no longer serves you and make room for the true love that is coming. When you have a spiritual revelation like this, your energy is weak. It's important to protect yourself and heal quickly so you don't experience more pain than necessary. That's why we've created a complete set of spiritual resources, including guided meditations, protective prayers, and energy cleansing rituals, especially for people in your situation. The link is in the pinned comment or description. This is not a coincidence. When the heavens reveal a truth this big, they also give us the tools to process and heal properly. Your soul is asking for this deep cleansing right now. Now write in the comments, "I receive the light, peace, and protection that are rightfully mine." This affirmation represents your courage, faith, and spiritual rebirth. Here's the rest of the message. The sky has revealed the truth, but the next step is very important for your complete healing and for receiving the blessings that are being prepared especially for you. You can't just discover the truth and stop there. You need to process it properly and prepare for the new cycle that is beginning. Learning that someone you loved betrayed you can cause emotional pain if you don't deal with it properly. Your soul needs cleansing, protection, and healing for this specific situation. But know that you are not alone in this process. Many people have been in the same situation as you, and they have not only recovered, but also found love that is more genuine and powerful than they ever thought possible. The difference lies in how you process this realization and prepare yourself to receive what is coming. God has already changed your life. The right person, true love, and complete protection are on their way, but you need to be ready to receive it. You need to get rid of the effects of this betrayal, protect your spiritual side, and make room in your heart for what is pure and true. Remember, you discovered the truth not to suffer forever, but to be completely free. This realization is the first step on a journey that will lead you to something better than what you lost. People who can handle this kind of spiritual change don't just heal. They become stronger, wiser, more protected, and they feel a new kind of love that they didn't know they could feel. You are invited to join this group of people who have turned a big negative into a big positive. God does not reveal painful truths to destroy you, but to rebuild you into a better version of yourself. If this spiritual movement has touched your life in any way, if you felt clarity, acceptance, or just a sigh of relief, click thank you. This helps strengthen the chain of light and allows these messages to reach other people who are also at their limit. Now we reach the most beautiful moment of all. I want you to know that you are not alone on this journey. Many people have experienced similar things and found the same truths. They have also found a richer life by healing and making changes. This is not just an online community, it's a family of people who recognize each other, support each other, and celebrate each other's victories and successes together. People who understand exactly how you felt when you read this message have also received a call from heaven at similar moments in their lives. In the comments below, please share how this message touched your heart. What did you feel? What truths were confirmed? What's it like to know that you're not alone on this journey? You don't have to share every little detail if you don't want to, but please talk about how this has affected you. Your story might give someone else the courage to open their eyes too. Tell our spiritual family, did you already feel that something was wrong? Did your gut already tell you something was off? How did it feel to discover that heaven had been protecting you all along? If you've been through something similar before, Share how you healed and how you rebuilt. Show people who are just starting out that it's possible to not only survive, but also thrive in ways that seemed impossible before. I want this space to become a sacred place where brave people like you can recognize each other, support each other, and celebrate every step of this journey of liberation and rebirth. Your courage in facing the truth and choosing freedom is an inspiration to others. Your story matters. Your healing is important. Your rebirth is important. Welcome to the group of people who have chosen truth over illusion, freedom over a golden prison, and real love over crumbs. Welcome to your new chapter. The sky is already starting to show that you will succeed. Now is the time for you to fully embrace the new version of yourself that is being born. The text is now simpler,